All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Today it's March 12th, 2026, and this is your New York Stock Exchange session. So we're gonna analyze the market together to see if we can find some opportunity. Give me 1 second. All right. We're gonna analyze price together to see if we can find some opportunity today. How y'all doing? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, if you can see my screen clearly, and if everything looks fine. All right. So I already talked about what I expect from today's session. Okay. So on NQ we basically got price dropping lower from this manipulation yesterday. Okay. I took that short. I took a late short on NQ yesterday after YM did its thing. I shorted NQ and I hold some position until this imbalance, and I cash out right there. And right now it's a different thing. We're gonna see what price can give us as potential opportunity. So for today's session, we are basically in a bonds context. All right, we are basically in a bonds context. Why? Because the current high of day is not set. As you can see, we don't really have a manipulation right there. We just have a high inside of this gap, but we don't really have a manipulation. Okay, and we don't really have low resistance high neither. So basically it's bonds context. So now what do we expect? Two things can happen. We're gonna wait to see if price can build up some liquidity and drop lower. Okay, and after that we can take the market to the upside. Okay, just to attack those liquidity. Okay, I've been working on bonds context lately to see if we can trade the first expansion. I'm working on it, so just all right. So yes, the market respected this imbalance kind of, and then we have this big expansion, but as you can see, this bearish imbalance got inverted, and then we just moved to the downside again. And now I'm paying attention to see what price can do. I still see price below this low. Okay, even though it's a rejection candle, I still see price below this low. Why? Because this context really telling us price should like create liquidity and create an expansion. So now if we have this scenario, if we have the second scenario, as I said during the stream, if we have the second scenario, which means the market build up downside objective, then create upside expansion, I'm gonna pay attention to the low of Asia, but I don't really have higher time frame imbalance right there despite the opening gap. So this expansion might be a huge expansion to go to the upside inside of this potential sell area, and then to drop down again to take the target. Okay, so we are waiting for two things as usual, like So we got the opening, first 15 minutes of the opening right now. I mean, it's just 9:34, 9:34. So still got time. All right. Same thing on ES, same thing on NQ. See price build up liquidity there to move to the upside. And we have these targets right there, but that's gonna be the second target basically. We have a target right there, drop lower. So if we can build another target and then drop lower inside of this box, that's where I'm gonna wait for price to set up the low of day. As the opening, um looks like a target too. Probably it's gonna be nice on M2E. Well, it's the same thing. I'm still waiting. We are below the previous daily low. We are below the daily open. Okay. I'm still waiting. I still see price lower. Okay. We're gonna have the first 10 minutes, 2 minutes. We got 117 people here. That's good. Please like the stream, share it to somebody else, and so we can grow. And you can tag me too on Instagram. Okay, you can just make a video with your cell phone and tag Lee Bright Academy with on Instagram on your story, and I will repost it. I usually say that, but you don't do it. Check the comment. Il faut pas arrêter là. They said the algorithm is changed. That's stupid, but I know where we get it from. Probably ICT community. Whenever these people can't make money in the market, they're blaming the algorithms, and they say they changed the algorithms and everything. Well, we got the opening right there, this bullish candle right there, and we are inside of this imbalance. Let's see if this imbalance can hold price drop going lower. There is no opportunity yet. Okay, you don't have to trade at 9:30. Like, you don't have to take trade exactly at the opening. There is no opportunity for me yet. I still see price lower, below the low of Asia. At least, well, if we can have a divergence, okay, let's say NQ take the previous the Asian low, and ES probably might stay there, and that will create a divergence, and I might take a trade based on that. Okay, but we know this context, the market most of the time will build liquidity first. Okay. Most of the time, the market will build liquidity first. Okay. I like that. Time is it? 7:40. So London high. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. So that's exactly what I wanted to see. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Um, we can filter this imbalance to M15. I didn't do that, but we can still do it to see where price might end up reacting. Well, we have these two imbalance. I don't really have an imbalance on M15 inside of the H4. The one I have is a little bit below it. We can still consider it. Yeah. I. That's exactly what I wanted to see, guys. So, well, basically, right now we left some liquidity behind, and then um left some liquidity behind, and then we're dropping lower. Well, remember we are in a bonds context, like I said during the breakdowns. I don't know if you watched the breakdown. Did I also use that? That's fine. All right. Remember we said we are in a bonds context. So what did we expect? We expect price to build liquidity. All right. Second, create expansion. All right. And thirdly, manipulation after the expansion. That's what we want to see. All right. So that's what you want to see. Build liquidity. Well, we don't really build a lot of liquidity. We build it and create an expansion. We create that expansion and manipulation after the expansion. Well, where we can create the manipulation inside of a potential buy or sell area, and we are inside of it right now on ES. Both of the indices, they are below the low of Asia. So I want to see a big down candle, God reverse, that will create what we can call an icy candle, you know. You're waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting, guys. The thing is, in NQ, for example, we are already inside the buy area, but we got this the imbalance is a little bit far away. Then ES, which is already inside of this imbalance on H4. And did NQ create liquidity? Can I consider that as liquidity? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. My preference is yes, so That's a nice rejection. That's a nice pin bar. I'm not taking trade. I just forgot to do something on this screen. Let me do it real quick. Says mail. All right, let me change that. Check that. Check that. I'm still waiting, guys. Okay. Well, we had a rejection candle on M5, but I'm still waiting. We might still drop below this low. Might drop below this low. I wanted to see price create a big down candle, and the big down candle got reversed to create a nice candle. We don't really have that right now. So we have a pin bar, but it's nice, but it's not enough. And especially in this movement, we don't really have an inversion. We are doing the inversion right there. Okay. All right. So now if we can still drop lower, and if we can still drop lower below this low and create a manipulation, and then create a pin, create a, what do we call it again? An engulfing, I will take an entry. It's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. And like I said, NQ is inside the box, but the imbalance is a little bit below. The higher time frame imbalance, and the higher time frame imbalance that makes me consider this potential area. It's very far away. So close of 4 hour in 7 minutes, close of 1 hour in 7 minutes, close of 15 minutes in 7 minutes. There is no pressure. I'm just waiting. Just waiting. We can come back to something like this, and then move higher. That's what I'm waiting for right now. We're waiting for 10. Yeah, we're waiting for 10. All right, we got this big candle. All right, that's my favorite one. Okay, that's I like when the market is coming to my area with conviction like that. Okay, when the market is coming to my zone with big candle like that, I really like it. And then now, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna draw this line right there. It's not a nice candle yet, but I'm just gonna put it right there. Let me just delete it. All right. So everything looks fine. Everything looks fine so far. If my next hour, my next zone of interest will probably the weekly opening. It's a nice candle too. It's a nice candle too. All right. $15 minutes, a big drop. Stand. That's 11. Getting ready for the next hour. There is no trade yet, guys. There is no trade yet. If I don't find anything today, well, that will be it. Thursday is usually my my busiest day on the week because I always have a lot of things to do on Thursday. So if the market is not doing anything I expected, all right. So now what happened? It's like we have the opening right there, and then the fact that we reacted of this imbalance, some people they bought there. They try to buy this candle right there, but that's too early. First thing first, that's too early. Okay. Like I usually say, the first 5 minutes, the first 15 minutes, a lot of times they gonna manipulate price, right? So they give like people like they're trying to tell people we want to go higher so people can enter. Okay, so now what happened? The market just dropped lower. Okay, so now the order that they open right there, the market might come back to them and fill them to keep dropping lower. Okay, or if they want to change direction, they're gonna build they're gonna create a manipulation and just went through this area, and that will be a mitigation and to keep going higher, you know, because that's right there, that's exactly where a lot of people got trapped. Okay, not everybody, of course, you know, some people are gonna short that, of course, you know, so that's where most people got trapped. And then now they move price lower. But based on my context, we basically have what we wanted to see so far. It's normal what's going on. We have the okay, we have the liquidity built up, the build liquidity, they create the expansion, and then we are waiting for manipulation. There is no sign of manipulation so far. All right, we have a big down candle on H1. We have a big down candle on H4. I'm just waiting right now. All right, so now the market was moving to the downside, and at different period of time, it's like they tried to stop price. Well, not they tried to stop it, but we can see we had a pin bar right there. Okay, we had another pin bar right there. We had a pin bar right there, and then we had another pin bar right there. So this candle should create a movement to the upside, and then so if this candle can't be an engulfing, for example, price will come back below this low again. That's what I want you to understand. Let me show you. Let me show you. We got this they try right there. Okay, they try right there. They try right there, and another try right there. All right, but we keep dropping lower. So this candle, if we're gonna reverse, this candle should be the candle that create the momentum. If this candle has a rejection, or if this candle is not a big bullish candle, we're gonna come back below this low again. All right, so now if this candle like create a massive momentum and can break this opening and break the opening too, that will create a nice candle, and that might be the confirmation to go higher. Okay, the live is lagging. Really? Let me know in the chat, guys, if you can see my screen, if you can hear me when I move my screen, if you can see everything. So we have an imbalance right there. They build liquidity again, but that's lower time frame. We still respect this cap. Okay, that's a nice icy candle. All right, we drop down first. Let me see if we can start rejecting it to go higher. We drop down first. We drop down first. We don't have it on NQ. I'm not in a trade yet. Not in a trade yet, guys. All right. And remember the disclaimer too. All right, we start rejecting it. Kind of like it. I'm gonna buy this guy. I'm gonna buy it. I'm not a financial advisor and I'm just doing streams, okay? All right, so just the only thing is that in a higher time frame, we don't really correlate with that. That's the invalidation we might have right now. But let's see, bro. Let's see. We drop down first. I want to see this start rejecting it. Great. I want to see them start rejecting it and to create this inversion and go to this target right there. What can go wrong? Well, NQ is not inside of this imbalance, which might give us like a sign that NQ might create another manipulation or might drop lower again, you know. And in a higher time frame, we have like big candles, but sometimes it's not. Well, if you're a beginner, you gotta wait. Based on what you have on 1 hour, you gotta wait if you're a beginner, like I usually say, okay? But for me, that was clean, bro. For me, that's super clean. And we got the expansion we wanted. Well, these three things, we got a liquidity build up right there. We got the expansion right there after the liquidity build up, of course. And then now we have the potential manipulation. So, like I said, we have some invalidation, I can say, is on the higher time frame candles, but my context has, I'm gonna respect my context no matter what. So that's why for me it might be a great idea to buy right there. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not This stream, this live is just for entertainment and educational purposes. So any decision you're gonna take, you should take full responsibility of it. Okay. We got 180 people there live. Somebody said NQ tapi H1 na. Well, I did not paying attention to that, but that might be a great thing. You're talking about that one? Yeah, might be a great thing, brother. Okay, so brother or sister, I don't know. How can we went from 180 people to 130? It's crazy. So remember to subscribe, remember to like. YouTube wants you to like, guys. When you like a content, if you like the stream, if you enjoy the stream, so just like it. So YouTube might send it to more people that has interest in trading. Okay. All right. So now the market just arrives at the New York Stock Open. So we open right there, and then, well, first 10 minutes we do whatever, all right, and then we drop down first. So it will be very appreciated if the market can break the New York Stock Exchange Open. So that would give us more not confidence, but that will put the odds in our favor and telling us this movement was definitely a manipulation. This movement was definitely a fake movement. All right. Right now we are rejecting it. It happens sometimes. But even though we create this IC and we are moving to the upside, NQ still stay there. All right. So and create this imbalance, like all of them create this imbalance, both of them create this imbalance, and both of them can return inside of this imbalance. Okay, they don't have to, but both of them can. So now the fact that NQ takes time to create this IC candle, I'm not ignoring something like this. Okay, seeing NQ coming below this again, and then ES stay above it, and that would create another divergence. That might be something too. But do I really want to see that right now? I don't think so. I don't think so. The first target is there, so I want to see the first leg just move to the upside and take the first target from the IC, and just to keep moving to the upside. Let me watch this trading view real quick. So we're kind of creating an inversion right there too, but the market is having like lack of conviction right now. I don't like this movement. I'm gonna stay patient and just watch. But this is not convincing at all. All right. Well, if we drop lower, and I'll pay attention to this low on NQ and ES together. So did NQ build liquidity right there? Let me check that real quick. Yeah, we build more liquidity right there. We build more upside objective right there. So might be a timing thing. Just wait, bro. We got another objective. Well, we got our first objective on NQ. Because NQ did not create target yet. Well, if we are following the roadmap, build liquidity, create expansion, manipulation, and after manipulation after the expansion, if that's gonna be the first liquidity buildup of NQ, so that might be the expansion, and then after that to create the manipulation. So I'm watching it, and I would give that, if we drop lower on both of the indices, give that a second try. And that will be it for today. So that's the opening of the hour right there. We're still above it. What time is it? It's almost 30, but we don't really see bullish conviction right now. Right there we had it, and then now it got changed. So I'm just waiting. All right, a week. I don't like this movement because we don't create a week before the movement. What's it lunette là? Oh. Ça passé là. Il est là ou quoi? So yeah, I didn't like it. We have no week right there. Uh, hmm. On se met une tête chatte. Well, I kind of like this type of weeks, to be honest. Um, because this type of weeks they say a lot about like your patience. They say a lot about your emotions management. Okay, your intelligence, emotional, right? They say a lot about these things, because it's easy to follow a plan when everything is fine, but how do you react? How do you behave? What is your behavior when things are not going the way you should? All right. So if you can if you can keep your composure, if you can keep yourself neutral and understand that it's just candles, it's just candle in the market and you have no direct attachment to it. That's exactly what these weeks gonna teach you. They're gonna say a lot about you, you know. Well, I used to have like well, we've been trading here for a while now. We used to have weeks without stop loss and like everything is popping now, everybody is happy. This recent weeks, I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of break evens, a lot of small stop losses, and that's why risk management is key. Basically, let's say for example, yesterday I recovered from YM, and that was something else. That was something else. Well, we're not going high right now. So now NQ just build this liquidity right there. We just build this upside objective right there. We know just copy that. All right, that's all right. So basically, we copy that and build liquidity, create expansion, manipulation after the expansion. So we build up liquidity right there, and then now we're probably gonna have the expansion, and I'm gonna wait, and if at 11 I don't have anything, well, probably be done for the day and call it a day. Let me just move to the upside, to the higher time frame real quick. We have this imbalance went through, Well, so let's stay patient. Let's stay still. Let me check something right there. Well, I see a comment about YM. Well, I think you already know. YM create too much noise. Hmm. Let's refresh our analysis. So what did I wanted to see? So basically we got this manipulation from Monday and big expansion, and I wanted to see price recover from this expansion. That's what we have right now. Okay, and probably moving to the upside after that, and having a context to buy after the retracement to go higher. So right now price is inside of my potential buy area. We're coming back to this gap right there. The only thing is NQ on the other side. Well, now we are inside of this imbalance on H4. So gonna stay patient. We are already below the previous daily low. We are below the flow, so it's already like I'm not gonna short, because that's not my strategy. That's not my strategy, right? So gonna come back to the weekly open. If I come back to the weekly open, I will pay more attention to it. But this area is still there. So this area is still there. Okay. Can I say the high of the day is set? Not really. Okay. I'm not gonna watch YM. Okay, I'm gonna completely ignore YM. Sorry. So basically, based on what I have on NQ and ES, I can say the high has been set. We have some nice targets, actually. Everything is fine. Well, there is no reason to be in a hurry. There's no reason to be in a hurry. I still have the same idea. Expansion. All right, retracement, and we were probably a little bit too early for the manipulation and to go higher. And yeah, the market did exactly what I talked about, but that was not the game plan. See, we will trace exactly in this area. So now why we will trace to this area, it's like I said, a lot of people like wanted to long this trade right there at the opening most of the time. So now what happened? They try, but we got some downside conviction. So now what happened next? The order or the order that create this movement, they come back to it to mitigate it. All right. That's it. By the week. Not by the week. Well, I'm in positive so far. If you want, I can show you for the week. I'm waiting for the next hour. But you're gonna have weeks like that, bro. Theo, you're gonna have weeks like that. That's why you're gonna need risk management. Well, hopefully you see that sometimes I get it wrong. All right. Sometimes I get it wrong. I always say that sometimes I'm gonna get it wrong. Just like every trader, but on Instagram, nobody gonna post it or talking about the losses. Nobody. Actually, nobody. Okay, nobody. Everybody's perfect on social media. Nobody make losses. Nobody like having rough weeks or rough days or days like the market just put them in the popcorn machine. Well, that's why I'm doing this stream, so you can see the reality of it. Nothing looks bullish so far. Yeah, and not even that. I don't know why people complaining about YM. If you don't want to trade it, just don't trade it. If you don't want to put it on your chart, just don't put it. Don't like complain about it. Just do something. Do what you can do. There was nothing to do so far. Let's stay in the favorite, the best time frame ever. 15 minutes. Let's watch it in 15 minutes now. Oh man, I don't have coffee with me. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Sometimes we are just too early. Sometimes you're just too early and you gotta wait for like next hour or the next session to find a move. What you gonna do here? Yes. Well, in 15, what do we got? Mm. Finally gonna have the move. Yep, probably. See if we can create this IC. See the reaction. It's almost 11 now. Hmm. So now we're gonna have a rejection candle idea. One more minute. 10:48. Got the same imbalance on both of them right there. On M5. We got this as targets right there. And then gonna create this. Check your comment. Puis MEIS, même obtenir réagir dans imbalance M15 qui n'a rien sur weekly open now. Well, I agree with you, Lazar. So far, I have no sign of bullishness. But that doesn't mean I can sell neither. I have some drop frames. I don't know if you can see my screen clearly, but I have some drop frames right now. Well, the market just doing its thing, so but now what I'm gonna tell you is like when you have rejection candles like that, the next candle like should bring the momentum. Well, should keep the momentum, which means you have a rejection bearish candle. The next candle should be like a big engulfing or big bullish, a big bearish candle. If it can't be a big bearish candle, we're gonna take this high. Because try to understand, like, it's the same thing we had right there, you know. We try too long, we try too long, we try too long. As you can see, we never like create a big movement, and then now you have this rejection, and then that create a big candle to the upside. Well, we still come back below it. We still come back below it, but that's what you expect after a rejection candle, to have the market keeping that momentum. That's why I saw this as opportunity. And yeah, We can do our early buy opportunity in the afternoon session now. Yeah, sometimes that happens, bro. The market stay inside of our we are for the entire morning session, and in the afternoon session the market just go to our direction. Yeah, it happens sometimes, bro. There's nothing you can do about it. If you can keep your attitude during this session, you're a good trader. Okay, that's what I want you to understand. Well, not because you have a break even or you have a stop loss, you are a bad trader. My mentor was talking about that the other day, right? Not because you have a break even or you have a stop loss, you're a bad trader. It's how you behave after that, how you behave after the manipulation, how you behave after the stop loss, how you behave after the day, the bad day, the bad week, or you can call the bad day or bad week. I don't use the word bad. Okay, you use it in the chat and I just say it, but when I have stop loss, I'm not gonna say, well, that's a bad day or that's a bad week. It's just a week. It's just a week with lessons. You probably did not expect that, but it happened. So you just have to learn from it and move on. 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 People that you're watching on social media, that making payouts, well, legit people. I don't think you can count how many challenges they have lost or how many accounts they have blown before they got this capability to have payout every week or every month, something, But every time they lost an account, what did they do? They move on. Because if you don't move on, you're not gonna make it. Okay, you just move on. And you take notes from your mistakes. You take notes from what happened. Because eventually one trade cannot blow your account. One mistake cannot blow your account. It's a series of mistakes. It's a series of bad decisions that are gonna blow your account, not just one. So you're gonna learn from them and note them and try not to repeat them in your next challenge. And in your next account, if you're trading in real account or your own account, and just move on. Souvent dit ça, m'utiliser. Souvent dit ça, m'utiliser phrase célèbre ça de ma mom. Like, back happen tête moi, My mom usually always say that. My mom always say that. Well, what you want me to do? You want me to kill myself? No, I can't. So I gotta move on. All right. She always say that. So when that happened, bro, just saying you can't move on. It seems that the algorithm is also following you, Libright. Well, even when I'm wrong, I'm not wrong most of the time. And that's why I made the live last Monday about what happened. Okay, because most of the time, even when I'm wrong, I'm not wrong, because what happened is one of the scenario that I expected. Okay, so even though we don't have the movement to the upside, but that was expected, that's why I put this imbalance right there. Well, right now we don't really have anything. So even though we don't have the big movement to the upside, but that was expected because the reaction we had on NQ, the market did not come to this higher time frame imbalance. Somebody asked me that the other day and I answered, well, that's better. when you have a potential buy or sell area, especially the higher time frame imbalance you consider, either the daily, the weekly, the monthly, I don't know, the H4, the IS imbalance you consider, you want to see price come inside of it. Okay, that's why I expected that, but now we're not doing anything, so just watching price. Just watching price, man. It's almost 11, but I'm gonna stay here today for more minutes. I wanna see what price gonna do today. Okay, I have something at 1 p.m. So I wanna see what price really want to do today. All right, now let's refresh a little bit. Well, when I'm trading, I usually do that for every 30 minutes. I refresh my screen. When I say refresh my screen, I refresh my analysis to see where I'm at from the context I had, where I'm at from the price action structure and everything. So it's, my screen is doing something right now. I think I have drop frames. Yeah. So basically we are okay. Basically we are very close to the weekly opening. Okay. We are very close to the weekly opening. Opening of the week, we drop down first, we create this manipulation, and then we move to the upside. So since we had this movement, the only thing I have on my mind is, all right, I want to see price hold this manipulation. So I want to see price retrace to go higher. All right, and we invert this imbalance. We are inside of that one. We are very close to the weekly opening. So if the market does not create a reaction right there, it might be at the weekly opening, because the weekly opening is also an IC candle, you know, because that's the candle that went to the downside and take all of this liquidity, and then we got this inversion. So of course we expect price to come back right there, you know. Do I have anything below it in the H4 right now? Not really. H1, not really. So, and of course we still have this potential sell area as worst scenario, I can say. But yeah, so now the question I always ask myself, you already know, can I say the high of the day has been set? I can say that. That's the thing. If I can't say the high is set, there's no trade. But right now I can't say the low is set neither. Okay. we can't say like the low has been set. So the low has not been set, the high neither. So there's no opportunity so far. Check on NQ real quick. We are still inside of it, bro. We are still inside of it. That's why I'm gonna stay for more minutes today. Because what happened, a lot of times I close the stream and then boom, we have the move, bro. We have the move, and I have to send everything to Telegram, to Instagram, and on the chat. So to say, oh yeah, guys, we got the move we were waiting for. And yeah. And yesterday we got an inside day. Forgot to say that. Yesterday we got an inside day. So I'm not gonna say that's the reason why I expected manipulation and move to the upside. But the fact that when we just drop below the previous daily low, that's a sign that telling me that, well, basically you can sell this market. You gotta wait. I gotta wait, bro. I gotta wait. And we're gonna wait. First 30 minutes low. First 30 minutes low is basically this low right there. Move to the upside, move to the downside, big reaction, move to the upside, downside again. And then right now the market is created consolidation. Man, if it's the first time somebody watching me, people are gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna watch this guy anymore. Well, I don't care, to be honest. I used to do my stream with 7 people, so you probably don't know that, but doing the stream helped me staying disciplined. I mean, more disciplined, I can say. If you didn't know that. Okay. And doing the stream is a sign that, oh, I embrace fear. Because like people watching you doing this thing and you already know sometimes you're gonna lose, sometimes you're gonna win, and you're still doing it. Yeah. Like I was saying the other day, I'm the man in the arena. When you're the man in the arena, you just do what you have to do no matter what. And you let people having their judgment about you. But your objective is to come and play. Come and play. Come and play. Come and play. And don't worry about anything else. E go bagay ou di la, coach Simon fait kap gado, yap di, ah, je sa pa konen. I know how people think, bro. I know how people think, so. And sa pa fem ni show ni fret anyway, so. Sometimes people think I care about that, but I don't really care about that. Well, I care about my students. I care about my community. But I don't care about noises. My objective as a trader is to come, find my context, trade it. Come, find my context and trade it. That's it. I win tomorrow, rinse, repeat. I lost tomorrow, rinse and repeat. Same thing. Bro, come on, man. Do something. Drop lower or move to the upside. E yo go emoji yo itilize. Market la prali la. Awe sal di non. Di pral la vito. Kon voyel nan group la. Oh, man. The bright, you are a great person. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. Je vais Paula. Oops, Paula. Yeah. That's what the market is doing. Like going to a direction and move like I not moving to that direction anymore. And thank you for the paid members. We are like 70. I got 70 paid members on the YouTube. You got breakdowns and reviews every single week. Um I posted today's breakdown a little bit late. But yeah, you got breakdowns and reviews every single week. Some people they pass their challenges and making payout just from this video, guys. This is very impressive. This is very impressive. Like just with these videos, people will like they just passing challenges and they make payout. And especially for people in Haiti, that was my that's why I created this thing, because I know the reality. I'm not inside of it, but I understand the reality, and sometimes we probably can't pay um a mentorship, but you can have $10 every month, so you can use that just to watch the breakdowns and the reviews, because you're gonna learn from the breakdowns and the reviews, plus the plus like almost 700 videos now on YouTube. So now we are at 70, and my objective is to have like, let's say, 200 people, and this money I plan on giving it back to the community. Okay. I'm just trying to find a company to do what I want to do right now, but I have something on my mind. I have a project. Okay. I have something on my mind, and I plan on give it back to the community. So yeah. Well, outside events sometimes they have impact on the market, you know, where we have war, where we have like news and stuff like that. But I don't want my people to build their perspective of price based on what's going on outside, because what happened, you can see like last week, people wanted to long gold, right? Everybody was just saying, well, we're gonna buy gold, we have war, let's just buy gold, What happened? The market just dropped down to the downside, right? Why? Because they're gonna make everybody thinks they want to go to a certain direction, but in reality it's not true, in reality it's not the case. So now you can be aware of that, but you cannot build the whole perspective on that. Okay, you can't build the whole perspective on that. So now we have a big movement to the downside. All right, so we still respect this imbalance and drop lower. And then now what you have to understand, it's like when most people Like when like almost everybody are waiting for something, there is a high percentage that this thing not gonna happen. Okay. Uh, but me c'est news yo, c'est pour market là. Well, I don't I don't follow this narrative. Well, I respect your idea, but it's hard for me to follow this narrative. The market has not changed. Okay, even before war, sometimes I don't understand the market. Even before war, sometimes I don't understand what's going on. I still have stop loss before the war, so I don't want to make anything related to the war. You know, yeah. So I remember last year, and when we had the previous administration, people were saying, "Well, the market is slow is because of this administration," and then the next administration, well, people already like they were thinking about Donald Trump. They said, "All right, we're gonna have a bullish market. We're gonna have a market that's gonna keep pumping every single day. We're gonna have big move." And those same people complaining last week and saying, "Well, the market is trash. I'm not gonna trade the indices. I'm not gonna trade like Nasdaq or S&P. Let me just go and trade gold. Let me just go trade something else." Listen, all of these are excuses. Sometimes you're gonna have stop loss in the market, and what you can do. Sometimes you're gonna have take profit. Sometimes you're gonna open your screen and you don't understand what's going on. And sometimes you're gonna feel like you're a genius. That's how it is. That's how it is. But I'm not going to follow this narrative. Well, that's my personal point of view. That's my personal opinion. All right. We're gonna get tired of winning. Yeah. That's what they're saying. I remember after the election, like people were saying, well, we have a pro cryptos president and the market's gonna be bullish. Like we're gonna say bullish, like, and I was saying that. I was like, guys, listen, that's not how the market works. That's not how the market works. Well, you might like really want to see like market to be bullish under the president, under this administration, but it's not gonna happen the way you think. And yes, a few weeks after the election, we have a massive movement to the upside. That was euphoria, you know, because a lot of people they were waiting for the election to, oh, I is president. Let's go buy some cryptos. Let's go buy some Bitcoin. And the market was already, it was not a whole time high, but it was very close to it. And now people buying it at 100,000 or close to it. So now the market is dropping lower and they complaining. It's just not how the market works. The way you think it works, that's not how it works. Exactly. Thank you, Judley. Okay. At least somebody understand me, you know. At least somebody understands. Because that's what I usually say. Okay. I have conversation about news. I have conversation about fundamental and everything with my friends. But my objective is to come in the market and understand what the market is telling me. That's it. And outside events, remain outside events. That's how I see. That's how I see things. E pa kom si mwen kompletman ignore bagay sa yo. M just pa build narratif mwen de price autour de yo. Because you're gonna get lost, alright? I'm not gonna say the name, but somebody was telling his community to buy gold, buy gold. We're gonna have war, so it's time to buy gold. And then now he's saying, well, Donald Trump is paying everybody to keep things quiet so the market doesn't crash. And we don't really have the fact that the market doesn't crash, we don't really have gold moving to the upside. But you already tell your community, like you already tell people like to buy gold just because of the outside event. But now it's different. Now you're changing the story. You're changing the story. Yeah. And my beginners, well, crazy enough, my beginners like they don't do stop loss today because I told them to wait for 1 hour. Man, I'm kind of hungry now. It's time to drink coffee. All right, I'm gonna close this stream. I have something. I have like a call with my English students at 1 p.m. and SMS community at 1 p.m. And today is Thursday, so Monday we got wrong information. Tuesday we got it right. Yesterday half right, half wrong. And today, well, it's we got it wrong. I got it wrong. Well, it's a high. It happens. Mm-mm-mm. Happens. All right. See you tomorrow. Of course, I'm gonna be here tomorrow. I'm gonna be here tomorrow, 9:30. Well, I don't know yet. I might be tired and don't open the stream. How can I join that call? Well, you have to be in the school. How to join the school? Um, you can contact me. You can send me a message on WhatsApp or on Instagram. You have my social media on the screen. Okay. So remember to drop a like, guys, so YouTube can send it to more people. We know how the algorithms work. All right. See you tomorrow, man. And I'm gonna keep watching price to see what we're gonna have for the day. Because yeah, I wanna see, man. I wanna see. We were probably too early. We were probably like a little bit early, and probably the market will create the moves during the afternoon session. And we don't know yet, but we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch to see, and we're gonna wait. And a lot of times I just close the stream and we got the move. A lot of times, like that happens so many times that sometimes I'm like, should I stay until 3 p.m.? Should I open the stream and close it at 3 p.m. to find a move? Well, anyways, see you tomorrow. Merci Peter, bonne journée. Bonne journée à toi aussi. DRB 9106. Je sais pas c'est qui. Et merci. Um, last week was nice, but this week, bro, we have a lot of lessons. All right, see you tomorrow. I'm hungry. I gotta go drink coffee, man.